Hello everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the DaVinci Resolve Essential tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 9, and here I'll be showing you how you can manage the audio file in the DaVinci application. Okay, I'll be telling you guys how you can actually adjust the height if you want to adjust some effects onto that, how you can put on some effects in your audio as well. We'll be learning about all of that in detail here in this particular chapter. So let's not waste time and let's get started on managing the audio in the DaVinci Resolve. So here, as you guys can see, now again I'm back here in my particular workspace. Okay, so here if you do have a good video, okay, but if your audio is not that great, so the outcome or the final output won't be that great, okay, to view or to listen. Okay, so you need to make sure that your audio is up to the point according to your video. Okay, so there are many things. You guys can come here in the sound library. If you want to download that one, you guys can do that. But I'll just tell you guys the basics of how you can actually work around with your audio over here. Okay, so first off, this is the audio panel. So if you are not able to view this waves, okay, see the audio waves. So what I can do is I will just increase the size of the audio waves from here. You guys can do it according to your liking. So first off, if you want to change that one, okay, you guys can do this one. Or if you want your audio waves kind of like this, you guys can do. If you want it kind of like this, you guys can actually select over this one, okay. For me, I basically use this two. Okay, for now, I will use this one, okay, over here. Okay, so now let's try to understand how you will adjust the audio. So from here, first the thing, from here you guys will be able to increase or decrease the sound. And once you're here in your wave, okay, you guys can see there is arrow, okay, so both side arrows is there. So for me, what I can do is I can just increase the size like this. Okay, if I just hold on to my mouse over here, okay, if I want to increase the voice or the audio, I can do that. If I want to decrease, I can decrease it kind of from here. Okay, so I do have this audio effect kind of over here. And now, as you guys can see, if you come here, select this one, go to the inspector panel, and from here, you do have the option for the audio. Okay, so from here, you guys will be able to increase or decrease the volume. Okay, here you guys can see the changes in my audio waves in my timeline. Okay, so if you want to pen this thing up, you guys can do that. If you want to work with the equalizer, you guys will be able to work with the equalizer from here as well. Okay, so now let's play this thing up. Okay, and now if I just change this, so here you guys can see now it's kind of slow. Okay, so here you guys can see the changes. Okay, and if you want to change, you guys can directly come here and it's again changed back to its same original position. Okay, so if you want to come here, okay, and if you want to work over here, okay, to these things, you guys will be able to do that from here as well. Okay, so now let me just play this thing up for you all again. Okay, so here you guys can listen to the music, and whatever suits your ear, you guys can use that. If you want to use the semitone, if you want to decrease the scent, you guys will be able to do this from here as well. So yeah, I hope you guys have understood this part about the audio. Okay, so this is about audio from this panel, which I have already explained. Okay, so now let's come here and look like if you want your audio to just ease in, okay, not directly start all of a sudden. So for that, if you guys come here, okay, in this particular panel on this side, okay, you guys are able to see that you guys do have some white icon, okay, and if you come here, you guys can see you do have an arrow kind of thing. So what you need to do is you need to select that, hold your mouse, and you guys can actually smoothen this up from wherever you guys would love to. Okay, so here this one is kind of sharp. I can also do this from here. I will just come here. Okay, I will select this Okay, and now I will just smoothen this up. So now let's play. So it's starting quite slowly, and if I just move this around here, it will just go down slowly from here as well. Okay, so if you just want to smoothen this up, here you guys can see there is another icon. You can also smooth this part down however you like to. Okay, if you want to smooth down this part as well, here you guys can see a red icon. You guys can do things kind of like this over here as well. So now this is how it will be played over here. And now you guys can see the white icon somewhere over here. So it will help you to smooth this thing down. Okay, and I have already explained to you guys about the audio. The other things, okay, this is the audio panel. If you want to add more, click here. And from here, if you want to add tracks, okay, what type of tracks you want to add. Is it a stereo or 5.1, 7.1? And here are also different things, okay. Once you start working on this particular application, you guys will be able to gain more knowledge about all of this, okay. And let's come here in the effects panel and look at some of the audio effects over here. Okay, so from here, if you come to this and if you want to put this kind of effects, okay, you guys will be able to put the kind of effects over here. So you guys will be able to use that. Suppose here I am using the echo. Okay, I have put this one, and here you guys can see I do have this thing over here which I can work with. Okay, so now here you guys, if I play this thing, you guys can see. Okay, so I can just increase or decrease from here. Okay, and from here, the left channel, if I wanna. So from here, you guys can actually manage all of this. And if you wanna change, if you do have thing over here, like if you do have any particular number which you want to put it over here, okay, you guys can also do that. Okay, so now if you want to delete this one, you guys need to come here, select this, go to the inspector panel, go to the audio. Okay, from here you guys can basically come down. Okay, go to the effects option. Here you guys can see there are different options for this over here as well. Okay, so the stereo, if you wanna use the low cut, the high cut over here, the ratio. Okay, you guys make sure when you're working with audio, you use a good quality of a headset for you to listen properly, because here there is light in left side, right side. Okay, so many things are there in audio which we can actually work on with. Okay, and it is also the same. Okay, it depends on effects to effects. Okay, so from here, as you can see, this one is for the audio. If I want to delete this effect, I can directly come here and I can click over here as well. Okay, and suppose right now I want to put this thing. Okay, and here you guys can see I do have another box. Okay, over here which I can work with. Okay, so if you want to bounce the audio effect, you guys can come here. Okay, now let's play. So here you guys can see it over here. So here you guys can see Apex plugin is not available for this one over here. Okay, so what I can do is I can come here in this audio, and from the audio I can actually adjust these things. Okay, so from here also I will be able to do that. If I want to use the pitch option, I can bring this one over here, and here you guys can see. Okay, I do have a lot of options which I can work on with. Okay, in this audio, and it totally depends. Okay, on what type we are using. If I come here in the effects options, okay, if I want to do it semitones, if I want to decrease the sense, okay, decrease the dry and wet part a little bit. Okay, and now if I come here and just play this thing, okay, this is how it will actually sound. So here you guys will be able to hear. So it is giving me some different audio effects over here. So this is how you guys can actually work with different kind of audio effects as well. If you want to delete it, come here and just delete it from the effects panel. Okay, and come here, directly work with the audio from this panel as well. This is about ease in and ease out. If you want to come here, if you select this, and if you want to move this thing around just to smoothen these things up, you guys will be able to do that from here as well. So hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone. Hello everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the DaVinci Resolve Essential Tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 10, and here I will be showing you guys by using text in DaVinci Resolve. Okay, here I'll be showing how you can actually put on some titles, lower thirds, okay, and different kind of things over here, okay, related to the text, how you can manage the font size, okay, the tracking, and all of this. Okay, so let's not waste time and let's get started on using text in DaVinci Resolve. So here, as you guys can see, now I'm here back again at the same workspace which I was working on. Okay, so now if you want to put on some titles or any lower thirds here down or here on the top, okay, to this particular video, you will be able to do that from here as well. Okay, so for that first you need to go to the effects option again. Okay, and from the effects option you guys can see I do have the option for titles. Okay, so I do have different titles, fusion titles. If you want to put any kind of subtitle, okay, you guys can also put some subtitle file over here. Okay, so for me what I'm going to do is here, as you guys can see, I can also get a view of how it actually looks over here. Okay, so here you guys can see. Okay, and now if I just come to this part over here, if you want to put it some simple titles, okay, you guys will be able to put some simple titles over here. Okay, so first thing I will show you guys this one. So I will just drag and drop this file, okay, and bring this in top over here. Maybe I will just decrease the size of this audio. Okay, so I will just decrease the size of this audio and decrease the video panel here as well a little bit. Okay, so come here again, decrease the size of the video panel, and from here what I can do is I will select this one and bring it over here, and right over on top I am going to put this text. Okay, so here as you guys can see I can just bring this thing down over here. Okay, and maybe I'll take this down kind of like this, and I will delete all the empty tracks. Okay, so I will just delete all the empty tracks which are here. So now what you can do is you can just come over here, and as you guys can see now if I want to view this title settings, okay, so for that what I can do is I will come here. Okay, I will just select this, and here you guys can see I do have this thing over here. Okay, so from here I can actually type the title. Okay, so suppose I want to write Las Vegas, USA. Okay, so I will just write this thing up. Okay, and now if you want to change the font type, okay, so there comes the next thing, which is the type of font which you're going to use. Okay, so maybe I will just take this OCRA extended. Okay, I will take this one, and from here you can also choose the color of the text. Okay, you can just move this thing around, and now you guys can see which one looks the best. Okay, so from here you guys can select which one looks better over here, and you guys can click on OK. And in this coloring option, if you want to custom any color, okay, if you want to add some customized colors, you guys can add here, which you'll frequently use. Suppose if I want to take this particular green, you can also add this here in your custom color palette. And now I will use this one, and you can just click on OK. And sometimes what you can also do is you can just go to a few of the websites, and from there you will be able to get the color code, and from here you will be able to put those color code over into this particular panel and click on OK, and you guys will be able to see that. Okay, so from here I can actually increase the size. Okay, if I want to increase the tracking, Or if I want to decrease the tracking, I can just decrease the tracking somewhat over here. So tracking is the space between the letters. If you want to increase it, you can increase it from here. If you want to decrease it, you can decrease it from here as well. Okay. So this was about the tracking. Okay, suppose here right now if I come to this point and instead of writing over here, I will come and I'll just click on enter. So now as you guys can see, I do have this thing quite like this. And from here, if you want to increase the line spacing, you guys can also increase or decrease the line spacing kind of like this. Okay, and here you guys can see the V anchor. Okay, if you want to put it kind of here in down, if you want to put it here in the center, or if you want to put it here in top, you guys can do that. And you can actually adjust the V-axis wherever you want to put it. Okay, if you want to get this thing, and if you want to justify the V, okay, you guys can also justify this line. Okay, and suppose if you want to keep this thing here in one corner, okay, so you can do that. If you want to keep this thing here in the center, you can do that. And if you want to justify it to the right, you guys can do that from here. Okay. And the same thing, you can also actually change the spacing over here. If you want to customize it, you guys can do that. And from here, you can also change the anchor point of the H. Okay. If you want to justify, you can justify from here. Okay. And if you want to work here with this line direction, you guys will be able to work with this particular thing from here as well. Okay, so vertical, reverse vertical. Okay, so this is how you guys can also put this thing. Okay, but I will come here and I will just select the automatic one. Okay, you can also select the line direction. Okay, and from here, okay, if you just want to put some cut through like this, okay, you guys can do that. If you want to put some line just underneath your text, you guys can also do that particular thing right up here as well. Okay, I will just off this one and off this one over here as well. Okay, and here if you want to use the right on, okay, you guys can also use the right on from here. Okay, so if you just activate this thing using these keyframes, which we'll learn in the next class. Okay, so this was the basic about text. So here you guys can come here in this particular type. Okay, if you want to add any background to it, okay, from here you guys can do that. Otherwise, if you come here, if I want a green background, I can come here, I can click for a green background. Okay, suppose I will take this particular color, or I want to choose this color, okay, or a red, or anything which kind of matches this one. I can just put here this color as well. Okay, so here you guys can see this is how it will actually look. And if I don't want to put up any colors, in that case, I can also do that. Just put up normal black over here. Okay, and click on OK. And maybe I need to change the text color. Okay, from here, maybe I will go for something like this. And I'll just click on OK. And also what I can do is if I want to transform this one, okay, the spacing, I can do that from here. Okay, if I want to give this thing a rotation, okay, so from here, if I want to give this thing a slight rotation, kind of like this, I will be able to do that. Some rotation on the y-axis, or here in the x-axis. If I want to give this thing a rotation, I will be able to do that from here as well. And if you want to directly adapt it with the width of the angle, you guys can do that. Okay, so again, what I'll do is I will come here. Okay, and from here, you guys can see there are different options how you can work this thing out, the order. Okay, and now if you want to share this thing up, you guys will be able to share this thing up from here. Okay, so for that, let me just take something bold. Okay, so different. Yeah, let me take this one. And now again, go to the transform option. And from here, if I just want to share this thing up, we can do that. And in the y-axis, if you want to do this thing, you guys will be able to do that from here as well. So now let's come here in the shading option. Okay, so in the shading option, okay, you guys can see. So here you guys can actually add some shading over here. If you want to use this, you guys can actually change the opacity, and there are different blending modes, okay, which you can also use over here. And if you want to increase the thickness, you guys will be able to change the thickness. So this just gives you a kind of like an mask, okay, which you can work on with here, okay. And what kind of appearance do you want to put over here? If you want the border fill, you guys can do that. Otherwise, can select this one or just the basic letter over here, okay. And you guys can come here. Maybe I'll select this one, okay. And where you want to put, like the outside only, okay, or here adapt to the perspective or the clean intersections. Okay, you guys have that option here as well. If you want to join any particular style over here, you guys will be able to do that. Okay, and here if you want this kind of in a dashed line, okay, you guys can do that. If you want it in dot, you can do that. Okay, dash and dot, this is a mixture of the dash and dot over here and dash and dot here as well. So I'll just take the solid from here, and from here I can basically work on with the color over here. Okay, so here I can just change the color, kind of like this. And here, if you want to work on with the softness, if you want to add some softness to it, you guys can add some softness in the y-axis or the x-axis. If you want to give this thing a glow, you guys can increase this one and also blend it according to yourself. Okay, and if you want to come up here, okay, if you want to increase the size, okay, you can increase the size of the letters from here. If you want to increase the size from the y-axis, you guys can do that. So now let's come to this image option, okay. So here I don't have any image yet. So if I wanted to change the width and all, I won't be able to do that for now, okay. So from here, if I want to apply any mask or anything, I will be able to do that. So these are few of the advanced features. And now again, if I want to do some keyframing of only this particular thing, which is my text, okay, I can directly come here, and from the settings I can actually work on with the transform. Okay, I have already explained to you guys. If you wanna crop this thing down, okay, we will learn about the keyframing later. Okay, so this is about that. Okay, so we can basically bring this thing quite down here, and what I can do is I can just bring this thing kind of like this, and it will just disappear over here when it comes. Okay, so this is how you can actually use this particular thing. And there are different fusion titles which you can also use over here. Okay, you guys can see they also do have an animation already over here. Okay, so as you guys can see, you guys can actually get a preview. Okay, so they already do have an animation. Okay, so you guys can check which one looks good. So suppose if I want to take this one, I will break this one and I will just put this one here somewhere. Okay, come here in the title option. Okay, and now you guys can actually type what you want. And maybe I will just type the 5 over here and select extra bold. Okay, and I want to put up this color over here and just click on OK. Or maybe it will just match the color. So I will just put up a maroon and I'll click on OK. And here you guys can see I do have this. If I want to increase the size, I can just increase the size from here. Okay, if you want to change the positioning, you guys will be able to change the positioning from here. Okay, and I'll just come right around here and I will just bring this thing here in this part. Okay, so I will just bring this thing. If I want to check the line width, okay, so here you guys can see this is basically the line which I do have here. Okay, if you guys can see properly. Okay, and from here I can actually choose the line color. Okay, so if I take a blue color and if I click on OK, here you guys can see the line color over here. And right now, what I can also do is I can just change the settings from here. If I come to the controls, okay, if I want to change the opacity of those things, I will be able to change the opacity of those things here as well. Okay, so this is how you guys will be able to work on with your. So there are different options how you can actually work around with the text. So from here, you guys, if you want to delete this one, you guys can come here and just off this thing up. Okay, and if you just want to on it again, you guys can come here and just on it from here again. Okay, if you want to reset this one, you guys will be able to reset all of this from here as well. Otherwise, if you want to delete, come here, select this one and just click on the delete button from there. Okay, and now this is the final result of my video. Okay, so let's play this thing up. Okay, and here as you guys can see, I do have my title over there. And now, as you guys will be able to see, I do have this thing, okay, which consists of this animation. I do have those things over here. Okay, so from here as well, if I wanna check out the hue and the saturation, I can actually do that. Here you guys can see if I wanna make it kinda more if I just want to change the opacity, I can change the opacity. If I want to change the alpha, you guys can see I will be able to do that from here as well. Okay, so you guys can work with this particular stuff here as well. So hope you guys have understood this class on how you can put your titles, your lower thirds, use text in over here. Okay, so if I just select this text, if I come down, if I want to crop this particular thing, I will be able to crop this thing down from here. If I want to transform, I will be able to transform those things down from here as well. Okay, so these are the basic settings. Okay, so here as you guys can see, it is directly taking me to the Fusion. Okay, we will be learning about this in our later classes. So directly if I want to work on with any particular text with the Fusion over here, okay, so I can directly work for any motion graphics, VFX, okay, we can do things like that. Okay, so hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone. And I hope you guys have understood the class on text in detail from here. See you all, take care.